Okay, I'm gonna make this video just to kind of take notes on everything here. Um, all night for the most part, except for now, but all fucking night and into the other night. Um, I've been having issues with these fucking people who moved in underneath my room, underneath where I live. So the whole fucking thing shakes my area. When I chill out in here, I can't. I was cooking dinner through some of it, but no, ultimately, it's pretty much like what I was saying. The inconsiderate cholos, ultimately. Hey, Rosie Rev, what's happening? Hey, nice to see you, the first one in here. Yeah, I caught your video earlier about that. Those people have a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve saying that stuff to you. That's for sure. Um, someone donated me a penny in PayPal. Someone donated me a penny in PayPal, and I charged that shit back. Fucking is like a joker tactic or some shit, you know. So, just a quick mention on that, but I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to give him relevance. But no, I'm pretty much talking about this situation here, where I got these cholos underneath me. Uh, like one black guy and two Hispanics, like Puerto Rican mostly. Damn, I fucking hate when they collaborate like that. I do, because they're usually troublemakers. Hey, Brewski, what's happening? Yeah, just dealing with the problem. I'm just taking notes and talking about it, you know. But you're not hearing it now, but there was some serious rumbling here for like 3 hours or so. In fact, I'm going to get to the meat of it when I get more people in here, okay? Because you could either take it as an interesting story or interesting content, or, oh, yeah, they cannot get the fact that I'm female. And I'm like, right. But that's what I go through too, because I'm trans, you know? So they call me sir, you know? And I feel like I don't identify that way. Just because I was born with the past, it doesn't mean that I identify that way. That's my crisis right there, you could say. But in your case, they think that you're that. That's, people are going to be jerks. People are going to be. You think that, Tasha, you think that's really the case? You think it's strictly a Hillsborough problem? You really do. How do you know that? Tell me about your experiences. Because I'm pretty sure in Lago it friggin' happens. There's places in Pinellas where that happens too. Lago being one of them. Okay? Lago being one of them. And it's really nobody else other than a few people. And they happen to be under me. Because you know what I ended up doing? I'll tell you what I ended up doing. When I was going outside, their seat is like underneath me, the porch. So I went outside, okay? I spit in their chair. I literally spit on their chair when they were inside. So this is someone's gonna sit out, they're gonna get my saliva on their pants. I did that. And a cigar butt hanging around, I threw it in their area. I was getting ready to do some stuff. I really was. I was getting ready to do some stuff, yeah. I didn't do the big thing, which I would have had to have done. Okay? I was going to take a trash bag and dump it right in their area. But maybe I'll be getting out of here sooner and just be paid for the month here. And I'm just going to go back to where I was. Because I don't want the drama. I don't want to be fucking with this shit. But this is what'll happen if I'm left to my own vices and no one's going to help me out. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to dump a trash bag and empty it out right at their doorstep. About ready to do that. But hopefully I can maneuver myself so I can get out of here and avoid something like that. You know, I'll go crazy. Oh, thank you, Rosie Run. Yeah, I rock all right because I tell it how it is. I fucking tell it like it is. Ain't unicorns cry too. What's up? Just having a problem, and I'm trying to deal with it. But yeah, Tosh, no, I'm not going to St. Pete. Are you fucking crazy? I don't belong in St. Pete. Rising rents. There's bad areas of St. Pete too. You're not. I lived there before. I had problem people there as well. It's not just over here, all right? It's not. I just happen to luck out and find an area, an immediate little area where these two troublemakers are. Well, Gigi Allen, it's all right. Look, I'm just preoccupied talking. You got to understand when I talk, I don't read everybody's friggin' comments. It's not about you all the time. It's about what I'm saying. Fuck's sakes. All right. Well, so Tasha, tell me why I should head to St. Pete. You act like there's no problems there at all. Are you serious? Are you serious? I lived there. I know there are. There was loud music playing. I had to call the police on somebody there before too. I did. I heard it in the neighborhood. I couldn't locate it though. But yeah, I did. I've had problematic situations all over Pinellas. I guess it's a matter of opinion, but I know that I faced it quite a bit over there too. So, I mean, Lago's the worst place I've ever seen. 700 block is my home. What do you mean 700 block? What are you talking about? I used to live over there. Yes, I used to live off Central Avenue at 58th Street. That was shitty over there too. Jesus Christ, that was bad. Are you kidding me? There's apartments over there too where people do the same shit. I don't see how it's any better. Kidding me? 700 block of Central Avenue. You gotta be trolling me right now. Let me see. 700 block of Central Avenue. 700 Central Avenue. What does 700 Central Avenue say? And I'll let you know what this is all about. 700 Central Avenue leads me to somewhere I couldn't live. It figures somewhere I can't live. Is this what you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about right here? Somewhere I can't live, obviously. Somewhere I cannot live. Thanks a lot, Tasha. That's obviously somewhere I cannot live right there. You crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Really? Couldn't get in there to save my life. Yeah, in your van, maybe. You can't get an apartment over here, though. The hotels cost a fortune, for Christ's sakes. Can't go over here. I'll show you where I lived before, though. I'll show you where I lived. Burlington Avenue North. Let me see. Burlington Avenue North, Tasha. That's where I was in 58th. It wasn't that good in that immediate area either. It was not. Kind of where a hospital right there. Yeah, I was right over here at one time. It was like practically right over here. Practically like right over here somewhere. Let me think. I think it was one of these houses. Shit. Fuck. Down here. I think it was like practically right over here someplace. Let me see. It was, I think that one. Let me see. It wasn't that one. I don't see. I was in neighborhoods. All right. Oh, maybe it's over here. I'll see. That's very close, wherever I was. That one. That's the one. I was right over here. I was right at that house at one time. Burlington Avenue North. What's your opinion on that? That's where I was. Right over here. There's a half homeless guy living over there. He caused a lot of problems. I had to pin him up against the wall because he was so annoying. And he was squealing like a pig to the guy who lived there. Call the police, call the police. He put a hand on me. Call the fucking police on him. And he even stabbed someone who lived there too, or sliced his leg at one time. So he was very prone to. I don't give two fucks, dude. You think I give two shits? Why would he be featuring me? I'm not doing a goddamn thing. What the fuck would he be featuring me for? Shut up. Fuck out of here. I ain't in the mood. Just because I'm talking about cholos and Puerto Ricans, the people that I call spics to the highest degree, that are some of the most transphobic natured people around. Or any cohorts of theirs that they have with them. You don't even live there now. Why would I do that? I can't just do that shit. Your ideas just are not good for me. It's just going to be hotels in the meantime. That's all I can do. I can't do shit about it. I'm going to have to hook up with LGBT organizations. As it is, I'm already calling people right now, trying to see what I can get set up. So maybe I can avoid this bullshit for the future. Black Phillip, what's up? Sent a rose. Thank you very much for that. Very sweet of you. You're sorry you would go through all this? Yeah, well, I am going through it, and it's terrible. How do you know? The Metro. Yeah, what about it? Mm-hmm. Yes. You know about it. Then there's this club, I guess, called Medusa, right? This place called Medusa. It's down here in Tampa. It's in the Hispanic part of town. And it got to where I had to ask, if I'm not Latino, would I fit in? I literally had to ask that question. If I'm not Latino, would I fit in? And have you ever heard of a place called Limelight? You ever hear of that, Tasha? A place called Limelight? It's in Tampa. Limelight. It looks like it's an LGBT bar. Okay? I walk inside and I ask, is this an LGBT bar under renovation right now? And then the guy's like, no, Mexican bar. It's a Mexican bar. And I thought it was an LGBTQ bar. Someone else told me that it was. I don't know what the right story is. The guy who worked there, who was there, said it was a Mexican bar. And then you go talk to somebody here, right? Because I was looking for a potential ally because the noise was so loud. That's another thing I was doing. I was looking for a potential ally. I'm asking, do you hear loud music coming from this area? Do you happen to be in this spot and hear the loud music playing? And then I got, oh, no speak English, sorry. Fuck that shit. This is what I hate. No speak English, sorry. It keeps happening. That fucking keeps happening to me. I'm in fucking South America or something. At least in this block I am. There's parts of Tampa, and I just have to go to a part that's less Hispanic. That's the truth. I don't care where it is. It just has to be less Hispanic. You know, I don't fit in with the Hispanics too well. I fit in better with the black people than I do the Hispanics, actually. I'll tell you that right now. I got to get out of the Hispanic area. I got to. It just isn't that beneficial to me. Well, half of them can't speak English. So where am I, Lawrence? Am I back in Lawrence again? Seems like I'm in Lawrence sometimes with that shit. I don't know. Oh, it got torn down for reasons that were true. Well, St. Pete lost a lot of them. They ain't all kosher over there either. They lost a lot of them there. That's a misnomer that to be trans you have to live in St. Pete. So false. That's not the only place. No. In fact, I think trans people could do just as good as in Seminole or maybe Palm Harbor. I don't care to live in St. Pete. I don't. I mean, if I'm going to pick anywhere in Pinellas, it's probably going to be Seminole or Palm Harbor, honestly. More my type of thing. I don't have to be where the highest concentration is, per se. As long as I get the help I need in the right places. That's all. Well, but they'll find some way to make me look like the bad person if I get into an incident over here with these people. They'll find some way to make me look like the bad person to the cops or to anybody. They will. But you know what? I don't have to put up with it. Thankfully, I have enough saved where I don't have to put up with it. You know, I can use this get out of free jail card, get out of get out of jail card. This I could use it. I got a few more left, I think. And I'm just learning through trial and error. That's really all I'm doing. Learning through trial and error. But I don't want to move back to this part of town again. I don't. That's it. Every other person don't speak English. Fuck. God. Last night I had a pretty okay conversation with somebody, though. I had an interesting conversation with someone, a local, like a Native American type guy on a bicycle, actually. I had the Mickey's 32 ounce. It was like when I was streaming, I shut the camera off and I was talking to this guy and I was just talking to him and stuff. Lived in the neighborhood or whatever. But, there's a few cool people here and there, but just every other person, it's like what I described, you know? Hispanic markets. No speak English in a lot of it. I'm not a big fan of the barrio, really. I'd rather live in the Black Hood than live in the barrio. I'd rather live where Jayhawk Motel is than the barrio. No joke. No fucking joke. I would. That's not so bad. Contrary to the prostitutes that are seen, contrary to what people think. What do you call a person who only speaks one language? I don't know what you call them. It shouldn't apply to me. Exactly. So I guess I'm an American then. I guess there's nothing else to call me, right? I guess there isn't. I guess I'll have to roll with that, won't I? And I haven't done that for many years. Maybe it's maybe more prideful, seeing what outside invaders could actually do to the peace of what a country should be. They're muddying it up and ruining it with their ways and stuff. You know? And all that. So it got so bad I had to call the cops. And even they couldn't hear the sound from the outside. I called the police 2 times tonight. I called them 2 times. 2 times. Okay? I did. And what else? Oh, and when that failed, I called a 3rd time. I'm like, did anyone get dispatched down here? And I made a 3rd report. And it's like, oh yeah, the officers came there. They didn't hear any report of music. I'm like, oh, all right, fine then. Thank you. So I don't care. He's clout chasing. I'm not paying him any mind. Fuck him. I'm not paying him any mind. I'm not coming on his stupid fucking show. Forget about it. I'm not doing shows for anybody. I'm in my own corner. Fuck him. Uh, what's wrong with the lazy Americans? I don't know. I mean, it's better to be American than to be them people. I certainly tell you that. You know what they say? Who smokes? Who smokes $25 cigars? Who? You know a guy that just moved to the U.S. and he makes 100K. Where's he from? What country? He's not from India, is he? He's not Rocky Patel's cousin, is he? I mean, who is he? Who is he? You know, these cholos, they need immigration called on them. I don't care if they're from the Bronx, New York. I don't care. They need immigration called. They don't have to always come from Mexico all the time. I feel like there's some that live in the Northeast that fucking needed to be deported a long time ago, too. He's from Puerto Rico? Oh my God, for real? Tell me about his story then. What is your experience with this particular Puerto Rican? He smokes $25 cigars, making 100,000 a year, which 100,000 a year shouldn't be a prerequisite to smoke $25 cigars, though. Because if he knew his stuff on cigars, he would know that he could get something for $5 that would taste very good too, if he actually used that intellect. But you got this guy making 100K and he's paying $25 for every cigar that he smokes. That's ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous, dude. If I made 100K, I still wouldn't be buying $25. Not every day. Maybe once in a while. Not every day though. Even then, I wouldn't. I'd probably get something maybe 13 on a special occasion more often than I do now. If I made 100K a year, I would do it more often than I do it now for a $13 cigar, maybe. But to pay $25 a cigar every friggin' time, you telling me that's what this guy does? Wow. I don't know what to say about that. He's still going to tell me his backstory, a little bit more about him. He's still going to tell me his story. Carlos is being thrown out. Fuck you, Carlos. Get out of here with your fucking bullshit. Get a life. Get a real fucking life, will you? Stop it. Jack Lloyd, too. Time out. All these people mentioning real stream, I'm timing them out. It doesn't apply over here. Fuck them. I did hear one thing, though. I did hear that Miss Fucking Wonderful got terminated. I did hear that. Miss Fucking Wonderful did get terminated. And Negs is now gone. How do you keep a Puerto Rican from cashing their welfare check? Oh, all right. But is it safe to say, from someone who knows Puerto Ricans like you, that they aren't really good Americans? It's safe to say that even though they want to be considered Americans, they're not good Americans, really. I mean, and they're saying that Puerto Rico should be a united state. It should be one of the states. That's the claim that they make. But I think that they're parasites, to tell you the truth. I really think most of them are. There was one nice Puerto Rican person that I met. One. In Tampa. One. But guess where he was from? I'll tell you where he was from. He was from Texas. So I more associated him with, say, the Texas Hispanic culture. which there's less Puerto Ricans, but he was still from Texas, you know. So in that case, he was one of the better Puerto Ricans that I met, I would say. But the majority along the East Coast and stuff, and just in my experiences in summer Florida, have not been good. I'll say that right now. But Mexicans, even if Mexican music, say, isn't like that gangster rap, if they're still using the bass and playing that too, that could definitely be annoying for a neighbor. I'll say that right now. Especially if everything's like a fiesta every single day. They get their Tecate out every single friggin' day, and they're doing that. It's like Confessions of an Economic Hitman. What's that about though? Because I can't just find those books online to read. I mean, I can't just find those books to read. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. I was really contemplating dumping a trash bag right by his door. Give me a stupid smile when he looks at me with a fucking smile on, like everything's a big fucking joke. I look right there. Get very mean with all of them the other night when they came in, knocking on the door. I had to flash a knife at them, at the very least, because I thought one of them could have been coming into the house. Really. Hey, Johnny Portland, what's up? More problems, just in real life this time. You know, just contemplating everything. Uh, it's about how bankers and politicians conspire to ruin whole economies so they can come in and buy the country. So this you're talking about people from those countries, then, correct? Or Jewish people hiding out in Puerto Rico, maybe, and they want to buy everything here, kind of thing. Rural whole economies, so they come in and buy the country. Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen if everything gets dirt cheap over here. But then again, it might be in such bad shape, no one will want to touch it. You know. All right, then they're buying out. Like which ones? Which ones are they buying out now? Any update on which ones Americans are buying out banana republics? Which ones? Hey Joni, you think my hair is thinning at all right here? Pretty good. You think it looks like my facial hair is thinning to a point? Do you think what I'm doing is working here? Because there's spots where it could be thinning here, but sometimes I can't 100% tell either. Like I notice a slight difference, but then when it grows back, I notice it might have there's still a marker from it when I try to get or shave it down with my hair removal. It's been an effort to try to tame it to a point, but that line is still here. I don't know. Not much. Hello. Not a lot. Just discussing life. Just discussing that I'm more than likely gonna have to be on the move for the Christmas season again. not seeing anybody for Christmas. I'm all by myself on Christmas now. Again, as well as Thanksgiving. And and I have to sort things out here where I'm at. Left alone again to do it like usual. Left alone again to do it like usual. Which lady is that? You'll have to talk to me in private about it. MeltonJohn@gmail.com if you want to write me, Tasha. All right. Being alone on Christmas can be fun. Make your own traditions. Yeah, but still, it's just the overall. That's not the big problem, but it's still something to think about. I'm just not, you know. I don't know what's going to happen next. Nobody really has my back, though. No one. I'm just trying to find something, trying to pray for a miracle and take enough action to get me somewhere, hopefully. But I made an executive decision, though. Whatever hotel I go to next, I'm just going to try to find a job and live in that hotel. That's really all I can do at this point. I'm going to have to find a job and live out of the hotel to preserve some of my money. That's what I'm going to have to do. I made an executive decision. That's the easiest thing I can do right now. I can't do anything else. There's just nobody really, no one really will rent a room to me. Really, hardly anybody will right now, especially since I lost my disability. I won't. I don't have too many people that I can rent that will rent a room to me. They're on, or just even a place where I could get somewhat of a suite with privacy in it. That's why I always said to people, okay, if you have it and you can spare it, why not to a deserving person? Why not? Why do people want to keep it all for themselves? I understand that some people might be touchy about their property, but when it's so many people doing this, they won't even let someone stay at their place, a portion of the house that they're not using. I just can't figure out. I mean, I can figure out why people would do that, why they don't want anyone living in their house. But when it happens to be so many people doing it, though, makes me think society is extremely selfish. Because if I had extra room, I'd give it to, you know what I do? I would give it to a deserving person if I had the money. If I had a place, I'd do it with someone. So why the fuck can't it be done with me? I'm trying to have a discussion here about this, you know? What does anyone have to say about that? I mean, really. What does anyone have to say about it? Is society selfish or is it just me? Like overly. They got a space they're not even using in their house, okay? There's enough of a barrier between them and the area. So why can't they share that fucking place out? For a very minimum amount. Well, yeah, well, of course, but it's gotten worse over the years, though. That's the thing. More people used to get chances at this, but apparently I'm not very American then in that way. Apparently I'm not. I believe we should be like a European country and how we got to give more back. We got to give more back to people, you know, who are deserving of it. We still find some way to preserve some of what's right in America, but adjust it to make it more of a socialist country as well, in some ways. And we got to eliminate a lot of bad people for the socialism to work. It's going to have to do something. It's going to have to be something like that. That's why if you elect me to power one day, I could actually get this shit done if I have enough support. I could go to the White House one day and maybe talk to them. I don't know. We're going to have to make some swift changes to get this country back on track. Because what's been done has not been working, clearly. There has not been a party that works for everybody. It's always been a two-party system. There has never been something that works for everybody. For the people, by the people. There's never been anything. It's the two-party system has fucked us all up. We have to have like some kind of a national party or something that has enough progressive ideals in it as well. It has to be something that a lot of people can get behind. It's gotta be at this point. We gotta reshape the American public. That's what we gotta do. Reshape the American public and start fresh. It's bound to happen, but more has to crash, unfortunately. Hey, Tasha, guess what? I want Ron DeSantis in there, even if he's going to throw Florida off a cliff. I want him in there. I'm at that point now. I want him in there. I do. What job are you thinking about? Well, I'm going to go over it and I'm going to see what I can get just to keep afloat. Plus, I got a bed that I fucking bought to put in here. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put that. I can't carry it. Tell you that. What guy, Ron DeSantis? Well, so what? Even if he isn't that great, it's worth the shot. And he'll at the very least, even if he is bad, hey, you're going off a cliff. Where would you rather be? Paradise, or would you rather be up north? You'd rather be in paradise being thrown off a cliff, wouldn't you? Where you could at least live outside if you had to. You know? Yeah, hire the dean with the low IQ. How about that? Like Stan Gable, he was like the dean with the low IQ. He was the dean with the low IQ. Remember that scene in Revenge of the Nerds 3 or something? And Morton Downey Jr. was like the villain of that movie. It was, am I into RVs? I know dealerships are busy. It might score you a big... I'm not banking on it. Plus, you got to be handy. I'm not that handy. I can't really move into an RV. It would be like Elvis. I'd have to get everyone to friggin' fix all my problems for me. That's the other thing about getting an RV. I'd have to be like Elvis. I'd have to get everyone to do some jobs for me on my RV. And I don't know if I want to go down that road. I really don't think I do. I'm going to have to put it in a spot. Probably couldn't drive it around and get something big, like a Class C, and just keep it in one friggin' spot. That's probably what I'm going to have to do, but... Well, I don't know. It remains to be seen. I could, Jeffrey. I could. I might even try to get a job at a bank where a lot of people are hiring now. I might be able to get a job at a bank. I don't know. Maybe. Easier said than done, Tasha. Plus, I kind of feel free that I'm off it anyway, because they were telling me I could only make so much. Because what if I do? I can do side hustles now. I don't have to report it. At the very least, it's just that kind of freedom that I'm taking in stride. And I'm going to wait to get back on disability. I'm just going to ride this out. I think something good will come from all this. I won't have to get my disability back. I'm pretty confident on that. I just have to remove myself from this situation around all these fucking cholos, because I'm going to end up saying a bunch of racial slurs and I'm going to be caught on tape. I'm going to be like the quote unquote the trans Karen is what I'm gonna be. But you know something? I 14. Working at the Giant Ivy place on 14. What place on 14? I'm not gonna work there. What would I do at an RV place? I don't know about RVs. Are you kidding me? Stupid, 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 stupid. Really? Yeah, probably is. I gotta get back to my old area at least, where I was prior to here. I was better off. I was better off in that section of Tampa. I was better off there than I am here. I'll tell you that. I mean, right here, I got a little bit closer to some other sites and some other attractions, and I can walk to many areas, but I could give that up easily if I'm saved some other things. Plus, I can walk places from where I was before too. I mean, not a big deal. I'm just kind of brainstorming everything right now. This is why I never wanted to leave a hotel unless I was sure I could have got something pretty decent. And with this housing shortage, I was able to get into one place. So I took it, and any one of you would have done it also. But now that I know where it is, what part of town it is, I couldn't find too much in Brandon though. Yeah, well, I'm not going to the upper middle class areas of Brandon. I don't want to go to the upper middle class areas of Brandon. I don't want to go to New Tampa either. Not that much, I really don't. It's not all of it though. It's just some of it. I mean, Sefna doesn't seem really that much of that. Riverview's okay. Riverview, Apollo Beach is okay. Riverview's okay. Um, Gibsonton, no. Gibsonton, I wouldn't really do it. Maybe in some areas I would. It's close to Tampa though. It's close to Tampa. Um, Valrico's cool. I don't think Valrico's got it as badly. Dover does though. Dover does. I know that Dover has all that stuff like Cholos. Dover does. Yeah, that's like out in the barrio, like Sydney Washer, Sydney Dover Road. That's all the barrio over there. Um, but I didn't really hear a lot of loud music over there. I didn't hear it, believe it or not. I didn't hear a ton of that. But I know it was like a mostly migrant worker area that I was in, though. Um, and it was okay. It was better than over here, though, a little bit, as far as I think there were more people who did speak English over there, at least in some of the stores. At least that I recall. But either way, it's not like all of Hillsboro's like that. It isn't. I know for a fact I've been to enough of it to know some places are still not as bad. Um, but parts of Brandon, yeah, I agree. Parts of Brandon I wouldn't go to also. Yeah. But some of it I would too though. But that's all white trash over there. Why the fuck would I want to go where all that white trash is? Moon Lake? Get the fuck no. Hell no. Fuck no. Moon Lake? I've heard all kinds of shitty things about that hellhole. Where else? Let me see. I don't like Newport Richie really. I won't be doing that. I won't be doing Kenneth City. I won't be doing Where else am I not gonna? Lago, not gonna be doing that. That's the same shit as here, really. Same shit. Maybe worse. Maybe worse actually. Lago's still worse. And it's just a fucking couple of young punks that had to invade a neighborhood, and they're really the worst ones. And they came, like, one guy also isn't that great. He's been living here, but the one who moved in recently is the main one. And he's like a black dude who has Puerto Rican, mostly Hispanic friends. He doesn't have other black friends, I don't think. He has Puerto Rican friends. He's just a black guy who hangs out with Puerto Ricans. That's that guy's story for the most part. So the guy who bought the camera moved in to like, I don't like it up there though. It's not my cup of tea at all. Clearwater's not really my cup of tea either. You saying out by Belcher and Clearwater they don't have any of that shit either? I know they got that shit out there. There's still places in Hillsborough I would rather be than over there. I know that for a fact. And yeah, but I don't like upper middle class typically anyway. I really don't. Oof, I don't think it's been a while. Um, you know where I actually like, believe it or not, if I could get a place there, the Middle Eastern section of Tampa, where the Middle Eastern people live. I'm perfectly cool with that. Like Temple Terrace. That's a neighborhood I like. I like it over there. I'd live over there. Even lower income, I'd live over there. I'd live in Temple Terrace over there. Near the cigar shops too. It's cool with me. Middle Eastern. Bush Boulevard. I like that area. I actually like that area. Call me crazy, but I do. Where Busch Gardens is, I like that area. I actually do. That's one of the areas that I do. Actually. I like the food places up there. Just the type of food they have up there. I like it. You know? It's near the cigar shops. There's some good food over there. It's really not bad. Where else is there? Yeah, Busch Gardens, Tampa Humidor, and you got Nebraska not far. You got thrift stores not that far. You got North Florida Avenue not that far. You got it's not bad. It's not bad over there. Then you go down Bush some in the other direction. You go to Citrus, takes you right to Citrus Park Mall. It's not bad. So yeah, it's pretty much my favorite area. It's pretty much my favorite area in Tampa. Or South Tampa. If you can afford South Tampa, I would go to South Tampa. I actually would. If you can afford it, South Tampa. Without hesitation, South Tampa. Otherwise, it's probably Bush Boulevard, something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to the slabs. What slabs? Fuck the slabs. Fuck is that? Tasha, all these areas you like, I would never be caught dead in them, really. It's like, really? Dunedin, no way. I would not do that. A little snobby in Dunedin, actually. Too snobby up there. I know that. I actually look at South Tampa as a better place to live than Dunedin by leaps and bounds. By leaps and bounds, Tasha. South Tampa is superior to Dunedin by many, many miles. Many. You can't even compare. Hey, Tasha, guess what? I'm going to tell you something. You know where I would live? I'll tell you where I would live. It absolutely is played out. Yes, you agree with me there. Okay. You know where I go? North Howard Avenue. Call me crazy, but North Howard Avenue. I'd move there. I would move there. I would. I'd move there. I would put my ass in North Howard Avenue if I could. That's actually a part I would go to. Right there. I'd go over there. Anything past Armenia, I'd go. Some of Armenia is okay though. But I'd probably live South Howard, probably around North Howard. I mean, yeah. Guess what, Tasha? I found a $5 lunch special for Jamaican food on North Howard Avenue. Believe it or not, I found a place like that there. A little container packed with food, rice, a mac and cheese side, and a jerk chicken drumstick cut in half. $5. Right over there. Yeah, Jamaican food is freaking good. Tell you, when I can get it, I definitely do. Yeah. Because they have their way of doing it too. They smoke it nicely. You know, they kind of like barbecue, but then they put their jerk sauce on it and stuff. You never stay in Hillsborough? Why? There's places that are good in Hillsborough. I don't go to Pinellas. I have no intentions of going to Pinellas again. Unless I really have to go to the beach, I'm not going back there. So me and you are very reverse on that. I'm very partial to Hillsborough. Very partial to it. Because you know why? All the jobs are here. That's why. All the jobs are here. There's no jobs over in Pinellas. Hardly any. It's like vacation land everywhere. And people got to go to Tampa to work. It sucks. It sucks over there. How do I know it so well already? Because I've been here before. I've been here before. And I've been around enough to know, even if I visited over the years, I've been enough places to study it before I moved in. We're going back 12 years too, some of it. And I've made new discoveries this time as well. Now I know why I didn't go to Armenia all these years. Now I know why I didn't go to Armenia all these years when I saw Armenia not long ago. I'm like, yeah, there was really no draw out here for me. The draw was in Ybor City, maybe up North Florida Avenue, maybe Bush Boulevard, maybe where those attractions are. But Armenia never got my attention when I didn't live in Tampa. I went to the other parts. I never went to Armenia, though, never. Maybe it's just because I didn't get drawn in by a bunch of Latino places everywhere because I saw it in Bradenton. So maybe I just wasn't metaphysically brought there for many years. I don't know. But Armenia was never on my list, really. I had to pretty much go around there not long ago to find out about it. But it was never really on my radar all these years, and I kind of maybe see why to a point. But North Howard's actually a hidden gem, I find, over there. A place called NoHo that I was at. I said NoHo on the street. That's it right there. In fact, it was actually that area last night that had less litter on the ground that I was in at the end there. That's where that was. Um, so, Candy Morgan, what's going on with you? Anything? Do you like the content you see on this channel, Candy Morgan? Do you like the content you see? Who's ML? ML isn't me. I don't know. Who are you addressing? ML? Hmm. So, Candy Morgan, do you like the content on this channel? Because you came in at a very odd time the other night. You have no idea where I live out there. You liked my old place. Yeah, well, I liked my old place too, but I'm not going to get it back. It was in North St. Pete. I'm not going to get that place back. So Pinellas is disqualified. I can't move back to that place. I liked that place in North St. Pete. I can't go back there, though. I can't go back there, though. Tell you that. I would go back if I could, but I can't. Why? Why do I crack you up for? Why? What's so funny? Really, what's so funny? But yeah, Tasha, North St. Pete was the first place I moved to North St. Pete, and I should have stayed there to begin with. I had South Tampa not very far. I had everything pretty close to there. The beach not far, and I had Tampa not far. But I can't go back there. You know, I talked to someone today in that area, but he estimates the rental's going to be full very soon, is what he said to me. $700 a month. Said it's probably going to be full soon. And it happens to be in my old area. Just one listing. That's it. Meadowlawn. Good area. I have to say that is a solid area, Tasha. Meadowlawn. That is the most solid section of St. Petersburg, in my opinion. Totally. Kind of near Fossil Park, but not quite Fossil Park. One of the most solid areas, I'd say, out there. You can get over there, get over there. That's what I would say. You'll move back into your shop. When are you moving back into your shop, though? You're out in California right now. It's going to be a while till you come back. I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be a while. I'm estimating it'll be at least 3 months. Plus, you had all kinds of court cases here. You didn't want to be around here for that. So you're going to wait till that time passes, probably, that you're going to come back. Who's Aaron Anderson? I don't know who the hell that is. I only know one Anderson. I don't like to talk about him, though. There's the biggest shops behind you. I don't know what you mean. You should have the money in the car to do what you were doing. How let's get out of you and just be yourself. Yeah, well, but tight, it's hard. It's hard work. And I am complaining about it because it's hard work. Even though I'm doing it, it's still hard work. It's not easy. I mean, I got to hire someone to take this mattress with me right here. I got to hire someone to get this shit out of here eventually. See if I can get that out of here. I mean, I paid for Christ's sake, thinking I was going to stay here. Paid for a mattress. Now that's out the window. Not going to be here very long. Probably I'm estimating 2 days. If I can get some availability at this hotel that I'm looking at, I'm out of here. I'll leave my stuff here for the month. While I move out slowly, I guess you could say. I got the whole month. It'll just have to be my full-time job. That's all. I'm not going to be here very much. On YouTube at all. I'm not going to be on YouTube at all, probably after today. If you look hard, you can find a truck camper to fit your truck living. People tell me that, but I'm not handy. I'm not good with things like that. I'm not. I'm very limited. I'm extremely limited. I don't have anybody near me, really. I have no one near me. It's like I gotta fucking try hard just to get someone to do something here, you know? It was hard, but I give you so much credit, I could never do it. Well, a lot of people can't do certain things, but it doesn't mean that I'm good at it, though. It doesn't mean that I'm not struggling very horribly. I am horribly struggling, horribly doing this. I had to do it, though. I couldn't live in that shithole, the Northwest. I couldn't live there. All of it was bad for me. I couldn't live anywhere up there. All right? My mom tried talking to me about living areas around him. I just like, no, none of it. I don't want any of it. So, yeah. If you try, everybody's going to learn. Well, I have to hire people to do certain things too, because I can't do it all. I can't do it all. I got some stuff I'm trying to sell. I got all kinds of shit in here. I got to lug this with me. I don't want to. I got some stuff in here I haven't even used, for Christ's sakes. I got to get rid of some of this crap. It's not crap, it's good stuff, but I got to get rid of some of this. I'm not going to showcase what it is. I got cups, I got some shit I might have to You could even get a camper shell for the bed at least. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I kind of do, but I got to get going on it very soon. Like, we're talking in the morning. I got to get up at 9 o'clock at least tomorrow. 8 and 9. I got to do something. Get started on it. Get meaningless text from somebody now. No, it's all falling apart here. There's nothing here. Nothing. There's no relationships to be had over here. It's nothing. I was fooled, kind of. There's nothing. Moving to this complex apartment has been a mistake for me. It's been a big mistake. I learned from it, but it was a mistake. I'll certainly say it was a mistake, no doubt. But it's one that I'm going to learn from, for sure. I just got to move forward with everything. But yeah. Yeah, I did, and I'm going to have to use it for storage and just take my time and get out of here and do it right. And I paid at the beginning of the month, too. That's what fucking sucks. And then everything blew up and went out of control. And now they're getting ruder downstairs than they were. This has been going on like the last 10 days. 10 fucking days. And nothing stopped. And I think they even tried to blast it louder to bother me. It's off now for the night, but no, forget that. You gotta wait. No. My uncle's had problems too. Well, it's too late now. I must respond to a text. It's too late now. Someone says to me, they didn't take my feelings under consideration and they should have. But it's too late. I'm moving out of here. Why am I so hateful and rude? Why are you trying to tell me to get on Section 8? I'm giving you a timeout. It's obvious that I can't fucking just get on Section 8, you retard. I obviously can't fucking just get on Section 8. A hellhole, absolutely. Why would you ever tell someone to get into Section 8 for? That's total BS. I might even have to sign up for hotel assistance if I can get that. Yeah, live with the scum. Yeah, right. But not everybody's scum. I mean, some of the dirt poor are actually considerate. Actually, they're not all. The dirt poor isn't always bad per se, because it can be the middle to upper middle class that have some people. Are they harassing you? Who? What are you talking about? Who? The person texting me? Or someone who lives here is texting me. I gave her my phone. But it turns out she was kind of cool with the other person over here downstairs. Said that he helped change her battery. So he was good to her. And I'm like, I don't see him as a good person. I see him as a rude and considerate son of a bitch. That's what I said to her. I don't want to have to start throwing cigar butts by the door. Or, you know, that's what I said. People get the stupidest ideas. Yeah, they certainly get the most stupidest ideas. And even if I wasn't a fan of all of yours, at least you didn't tell me to get on Section 8. You know? Heat exhaustion isn't good, no. No, of course it isn't. Heat exhaustion is pretty bad, but it would be better to fry in an RV than to do some things. Johnny's actually right about that. Now that I said it'd be better to fry in an RV than do some things. No, my neighbors aren't overall harassing me, no. But this girl was just kind of wishy-washy with me as far as, oh, come down and visit me on the porch. Oh, but now go home. You offended me. Go home now. I don't really want to be around anybody. So I just stopped talking to her, ultimately. I don't think I'm going to answer her text either, to be honest with you. It's pretty much a day issue. I'm getting out of here soon anyway. What does it matter? Even if a hotel costs more, at least I'm a free agent. At least I'm back to being a free agent again a little bit more. Especially if I can pick my spots. I know who's quiet, who isn't, where is and where isn't. I know enough. Let me just say that. I know enough on where to go and where not to go by now. So I'm just going to be making those arrangements later today into tomorrow. Always going to be some bump in the road, and it's more than a bump in the road, it seems like, when I run into something. This was a life-threatening situation. If I had to kick all their fucking heads in and stab them, I would be put in jail. I would ultimately be put in jail, prison, or whatever. I'm not above doing anything like that. I'm not above throwing trash at their door. I'm not above it. Trust me, I'm not. Even if they know it's me, and I wouldn't have to be sneaky about it. You know? But the only way I can avoid something like that is if I make a plan to get out now. I have enough money to do so. I'm just going to stop making arrangements. It's really all I'm going to do. El Penito, fuck. Fuck you. Whoever the fuck you are. Get out of here. Get out of here. Dickhead. Yet I'm not above throwing trash on your lawn, too, if you fucking piss me off. You fucking cholo. I'm not above causing my own friggin' disturbances. If it ever came to that. It's only because this woman here in this general area, all right, has heavy anxiety. I have to pull back because she thinks if I retaliate against them, I'm going to get her thrown out too. So that's how serious it is. She thought I was going to get her thrown out. All right. So I was really pissed. I was fucking pissed. I'm a little cooled off now, though. But, tell me, lowlifes that got no respect for people, no respect for their elders or just common decency. They don't have it. These fucking spick animals just don't have it. They don't have that kind of decency. They just don't. I'm being evicted. No, I'm not. I have to choose this because someone's going to get in trouble big if I hang around. I'm ready to be carted off. Because I know I can fight those three by myself. They're pussies. And one guy tried to say, oh, he's from New York City. Oh, it's tough. This is the hood. But he was trying to say this was the hood. But it's just their fucking opinion. They're trying to be the hood. They're trying to bring it here. They're trying to bring that shit here because they think this is the hood. And they know it isn't, but they're trying to be the hood coming in. And they're like invaders. They're as bad as when the Pilgrims came to the Native Americans. Now we get these Puerto Rican colonists coming in. Think of it like that. Think of it like that. They get that colonizer mindset, a lot of them. Because they're fucked up from their own history in their country. They have like the Taino tribes or something over there. I was looking it up. They got like the Taino tribes that live in Puerto Rico or something. So they're very fucked up, bastardized people, you know. Just in general. They just fucked up. They don't have a dignified history, really, you know. Because like I said, the nicest Puerto Rican I met turned out it was here, but he came from Texas. He came from Houston, Texas. So he wasn't like an East Coast Hispanic person. And that guy I met at the bar was pretty nice. He was like Cuban or something, but American. You know. You hope so I don't like seeing you upset. I'm too good a person. I know I am. I know I am. But these are the breaks sometimes. And a lot of bad breaks have happened to me. They have. I've had nothing easy. Absolutely nothing. I've been a struggler my whole life. Nothing's been handed to me by society. Nothing's been handed to me. That's why I don't identify with the upper middle class. I never identified with it. I never got anything out of it. Go to the schools. I never got anything out of it, really. Never did. Drug addicts and foreigners and take on. Ultimately, they are. Bid. That's just all there is to it. I can't be who I am. I have to get aggressive around. If I gotta get aggressive around people, it's not really who I am. I mean, yeah, I can turn it up if I'm really pushed, but I don't want it to get to that fucking point. If it's at that point, and I can spend a little money to get out of it, I will. Just for my own sanity. I need tranquility. I require tranquility to thrive. I can't deal with a bunch of noise and animals. I can't deal with it. It's not how I'm wired. I was never wired that way. So me and my sister don't talk. Because she has money. She thinks she's too good to be walked with. I bet you shit will start happening when I get out of here, though. Usually it's when I leave the scene, something big happens. And now I know why I left. They're going to get caught up with something. And running into me was just the beginning for them. And they're going to be caught into something very soon. I put spells on them. I put plenty of spells on them downstairs. I actually put spells on those people. Along with everything else. So yeah. It was me to be rude early, but that's how it comes off. It's how it comes off. At least you had your 300 seconds that you thought about. Maybe you can somehow get them kicked out of there without them knowing it was you. But I can't do that. I'm too honest. I can't really do that stuff. I'm just too honest. I let them know it's me, usually. They would know it's me if they saw a fucking thing of trash at their door. Yeah. Those fucking people think they are. Fucking cholos. All that. Can't stand the majority of them that I've met. It's funny though, because with their daughter around, right? Maybe with a few of them, but at least in the Northeast, it's the Portuguese that are considered pretty bad. If you don't account in what the Puerto Ricans are like and all that. Hey, Elvis, is that the real Elvis Travels? Confirm if that is the real Elvis Travels. Tijuana Nomad, good evening. If you are the real Elvis Travels. Yeah, in Florida, dealing with tenants, shitty tenants underneath me, blaring fucking loud music. These are the people they should have sent back. Those are the people they should have sent the fuck back. I don't care if they want to be called American. They don't act American. Bottom line. If you want one of your spells on them, they're doomed. Well, I put it on them. Oh no, I'm in Florida now, dude. I moved. I'm in Florida. I'm actually around where you used to live. I'm back. I made it back down here in the midst of a housing shortage, but I made it back. I made it back. Elvis Travels is in the chat, folks. Elvis Travels is back, and he's in the chat right now. Give a shout out to Elvis Travels, everybody. Hey, Zombie Mutt, what's happening? No, oh, that place is bad. I'm not there, though. I'm not in Larghetto. No. I wouldn't go back there. Hey, Elvis, have you ever been to the Armenia area before? In Hillsborough? You been over there? Kinda, or... Thanks for being me already just saying ooh in your comments. Elvis Travels is a great guy. I said that from the very beginning. When I first found Elvis Travels channel a long time ago. Yeah. Elvis Travels, he's always been a personality on here, Always had good content. I didn't watch it all the time, but he had good content, though. He definitely had some moments. I mean, he pretty much pissed an entire community off. I mean, I can relate to that kind of thing. At least. Yeah, welcome back, Elvis. Yeah, Elvis has fans. I've been trying to say this. Elvis Travels has fans. It's just they don't want to come out and admit it. But he's got fans around here. I know for a fact. And I really think at one time they definitely wanted to get behind them, but something just told them not to do it. But you can tell they wanted to do it, though. They just didn't want to admit it in public. Howard Stern, actually, Elvis, I'm actually a trans person, Elvis. But yeah, people have told me Howard Stern and Weird Al. Howard Stern and Weird Al, I've been told. Who else? Somebody else. Oh, Adam Sandler when I had short hair as well. I got compared to Adam Sandler. Get on the way. No, I don't think I'm gonna get a van. Mexico is the place to be. $200 a month in Mexico, huh? Tijuana, huh? How's it like living in Tijuana around all that loud Maracay music? How's it like over there with that? When you're in the town, it's probably not a problem, but How a noise ordinance is there and stuff. How's that work out in Tijuana, I wonder? And he's one of the very two first members of the original Boy. Yeah. And I came before Boy, Zombie. You're looking at me, I came before Boy. I was with the whole community before the Boy, way before the Boy. All right. Yeah, you too, Elvis. Thanks for stopping in, all right? Yeah, nice to see you stopping in. Shout out to Elvis Travels, everyone. Sub up Tijuana Nomad. Sub up his channel. You're gonna go warm up your generator, gonna be 10 degrees tonight. So you're still living there. 10 degrees in Chicago. Wow, you do it. You're still doing it. I thought you moved into stationary, actually. I thought you were doing a job and you were like working in stationary. Huh. Huh. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, if you come back to Florida ever, I want to meet you, Elvis, and maybe Tasha too, if Tasha comes back. I don't know what's gonna go on. So when you two were down here, I wasn't down here. See how the luck of the draw works? I'm here now when you and Tasha are not here. See, it's very weird. You know? And I'm kind of near Drury. I'm kind of near all those people that you talk with. But I was even closer to them before when I was in Lago, and I didn't even know they existed. I was like right in their backyards. It's life is very weird. So you're done with Florida. You don't ever want to come back here. That correct? In what? All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. But I was also watching something else also. But I am back. I've returned to resume the stream. They didn't mess it up. I'm back. The phone was just very screwed. All right, I'm back on. Stream is still on. We're very fucking inconsiderate, though. Without a question. If only they knew that I was talking about them, it would be fucking something. I got all this negative energy being thrown their way right now. A lot of it. That's all there is to it. They got enough of it out of me. And I already set the trap for them. I totally did. I mean, you're just gonna be pretty damn bad, though. You know, if you're just tempted to do all the things that you can friggin' do to get back at them by any means necessary. Nah. When you're encroaching on somebody else's life, you gotta prepare for the worst. Because, you know, as the times keep going on, I got a reminder of what I could even become. If the times get any crazier, I could even do something and potentially get away with it because I don't feel the police have my back. I don't feel anybody has my back. You call for the right amount of help, you don't get it. You don't have anyone checking everything out. You know what else I did before I came to a final decision? Because I had to make a phone call prior to going live. Okay. But you know what I also did? I called the environmental agency. I called the environmental agency. I let them know about it. Said that they were scaring off the wildlife. That's also what I told them. So I set all kinds of seeds. I set all kinds of seeds. Put a negative review on the place I'm staying. Mentioned it in the review. So I set some seeds already. It's just a matter of time when they're going to plant. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? But I'm back now for a little bit. I'm back. And I'm not going to be coming on this channel too much longer for my own reasons. I don't even want to watch. I don't want that many people watching me. Once it gets to that point, I'm out of here. I'm not even going to hang around here anymore either. But I had to talk about tonight that I'm going ghost for a while. I am absolutely going ghost for a while. I'm not going to come on here. So you can wonder, oh, you fucking what? This place has to die, you know? And I've said it to everyone. This fucking place needs to die. And some of you want to keep it going. I don't want to keep it going. I want everyone to just go. Find a whole other platform. You know, leave it to people like Elvis Travels and G Mangos or something. You want to watch them. You know, it's really it. Rosie. Just leave it to that. You know, it's not about anybody else anymore, really. You leave it to them, then no one will want to really be here. It'll just be, you know. You think I'm doing content every night though in your wildest dreams. This is the last time I plan to come on for a long time. I'm set to take another YouTube absence. I'm set to take another long one. You don't believe me? I've done it before. I've fucking done it before. Do it again. No problem. I'll do it before. No. Do it again. No problem. I don't want that kind of attention coming to me. I'm not going to mention his name. I don't want that kind of attention coming to me. Not going to happen. I'll get off of here, off this account before that happens. I don't ask to be on anybody's show. I don't ask to be on anyone's show. I'm so beyond that. I'm not giving anybody content. The more they want me, the more I'm not going to want to be here. So, you dig in your own grave anyway. Dig in your own fucking grave with me. End of story. Yeah. But everything going on now after tonight, I had to rant tonight, but after this, I don't see myself coming on here anymore. I just don't for a while. I don't. But Elvis Travels came in at any rate, which was interesting. I was talking to myself here, for Christ's sakes. It's one of the shittiest nights I've ever had here. Really one of the shittiest nights I've had here. I thought I was going to be involved in a near-death experience in some form. I was going to do something drastic or something. Might have get them so mad they might have conspired to jump me at some point. Like the fucking Cholos, yeah, without any consideration to my gender pronoun that I care to be called, they would be committing a hate crime in such a case. They have absolutely no concept of transgender, those people. They don't have any of that, you know? None of that. They're very prejudiced people. And there's a reason I don't like them. There's a reason I single them out. Because they do it to others. Yeah. That's it. You can't move in new to a place and start doing it. Who the fuck do they think they are? Who the fuck these niggas think they are? These Puerto Rican fucking niggas. Who do they think they are? For real. You can't just move into a place and start doing that shit. There's people who live here. There's rules. There's fucking rules. And plus, someone else has kind of bending the rules to get me in here, too. So this is just an unnatural thing that shouldn't have happened. And just for all different reasons. I think the seeds are sown. I think there's a reason why I'm getting out of here very soon. I'm technically under a legal rental agreement. And I only found that out later. Fucking, I hate these fucking people that bend the rules too. They break the rules and they don't tell the complex they live in that they're doing shit. That's why there's so many problems. That's why I run into so many too. Because other people fucking bend the rules and break the rules for their own reasons. They can't tell anybody certain things there because they're not legally here, and then they have to do something and do it under the table. But you really, I mean, complexes like this have rules as a rule, they do. And even illegal rental agreements can go under that as well. I was happier at the hotel, and I should have fucking kept my ass there. That was probably going to be a couple-day wait to get in there again. I'm not leaving so easily this time. I'm going to get a job and live there. Because there's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go, literally. I'm going to have to stay there until I get a definitive plan going on. A fucking definitive, legit plan. Of some fucking kind. I'm not getting help from a goddamn person, though. Till I do, it's how it is. Till I do. Till I do. No one speaks for people like me. I'm on my own. While these fucking clowns can do whatever the fuck they want. And the association does nothing about them. And then I'm here illegally, so they really can't. Yeah, imagine that an American is here illegally. Imagine that it just so happens I'm illegal here. Fuck that shit. Now all Americans need to be counted. And it's those fucking invaders that need to be sent off the fucking boat back to where the fuck they come from. They don't need to be here amongst people who are just here. They need to be here, and they have a birthright here. Bottom line. I could dwell on it all night if I want. Once this camera comes off, it's going to stop. It's literally going to stop. I'm telling you. I'm not a joke at all. I need to be taken serious. Because this is not a joke. I'm not kidding around. None of this, I'm not kidding around with any of it. Any of it. None of it. None. But if I want to target practice, that costs money. That's more money I'm not going to fucking have if I'm spending it in a range. I spend money everywhere I go. I don't get a bailout. I don't have any fucking person bailing me out. I mean, I don't have ammunition. I don't have to buy ammunition. I bought that a long time ago. But it's just to find a place to shoot. Just in case I run into more of those clouds in the future. When the system collapses, and you're going to literally have to blow their heads off. Literally. Fucking scumbags that they are. It's going to come to that. And in parts of the USA, it happens on a nightly basis, probably because of stuff like this. I saw how close it could have came. I was even walking into another apartment complex and asking people questions. Is the security good over in this place? Because over there, it's shit. There isn't a security guard on the premises checking everything out, listening through the walls, pounding on their door to keep the peace. It's nothing like that. Nothing at all. Nothing at all like that. That's insane. It's totally insane. This hotel's more under control in lower income neighborhoods, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, I might as well could have been at that hotel in Columbia being here. There's nobody really watching. You need a problem solved, you pretty much have to call the police, kind of like it was in the hood of Columbia. And this isn't even the hood. This isn't even what I would consider the hood. That's what's nuts about this. You expect it in the hood. Over here, not really. Not really. It's just them. I go around seeing if anyone else is making noise. No, not really. Not even a little bit of rumbling. No, not even a little bit. Mm. So I figure out what I'm gonna do. I'd like to get this bed out of here at some point. The one thing I fucking hate too, not having a washing machine. I haven't had a washing machine for a while. At my disposal, I've not had a washer or machine. Everything's getting very, very tight. And one of these days, you're gonna have nothing to lose. You're gonna have absolutely nothing to lose by annihilating somebody. You have nothing to lose. Your back's against the wall. You're put in this situation. I felt very seized up, like a prisoner in my own dwelling tonight. I felt like a prisoner in here, being hijacked by those animals, those savages downstairs. There comes a time you're gonna have to come for blood. And I got my first dose of that, I think, today. It scared me, the levels that I could have potentially went to. I'm setting new records all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if I set another one. I wouldn't be surprised. The potential's absolutely there to do it. If your back's against the wall, you're gonna fight most times. You feel like a caged animal. You feel like you have nowhere to go. You gotta do something. You feel tormented by those around you. You see all these people doing wrong on the streets. You see them in the apartment. You see them on the streets. Same old people. The fake homeless that hold up signs. You know, you run into them. If it isn't this, I mean, that's a little mild, but still, you run into it though. But things are changing. They really are, and I would not be surprised. I got a preview tonight on what real violence could be in retaliation, having to do something drastic, like dump your trash at their fucking doorstep. Just empty a bag of trash right by their door. I even spit on their seat. I haven't done that in a long time to anybody. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. The housing shortages are continuing. There's going to be more violence. And I'm trying my best not to get caught up in it. But what if it finds you? What are you going to do? Are you going to get all stressed out and go in a ball and clam up? Or are you going to fight them? Are you going to fight them? Aim to maim and murder them. Aim to maim and cut their arms off and cut their wrists off. I'm just taking it all in. I am going to move on after tonight. I'm going to move on. But this was like almost like a near-death experience. By the tech, they don't have firearms. They sure got scared when I pulled a knife out on them the other night. They sure got scared. Hey, Elvis, I fell back in the corner tonight. Like I had to do something. I don't know if you were listening, but it's hitting all time low. Society is hitting all time low. You better get ready to fight on some of these streets. You're going to be running into some people in the next up and coming months here. You never would have ever thought you would have run into them. I've set records on this channel as of recently. I'm probably going to set more of them, but I don't want to set them for all the negative reasons. But I'm afraid it might come to that one of these days. People push my buttons. I'm left in a situation where I have to fight or flight. You had chicken shawarma today. What I have? I made something. I cooked hot sausage. I made hash and eggs this morning. Corned beef hash with poached eggs, watered eggs. And I made a pasta dish with cut tomato. I cut up some hot sausage, put garlic in it, and I made a pasta meal with it. That's what I did. Came out very good. So all that rage I was having in Portland, I'm revisited by emotions in a different way now in Florida. Yeah, and that's when I'm going to thrive because I'm going to become a savage animal myself at that time. I got a test tonight. You know, I got a test tonight on what could have potentially happened. I thought it was going to be like a Karate Kid scene where I had to fight 3 people at once. I really pictured that, and it could have been that way the other night too. I got like a flash before my very eyes. That's all I'm saying tonight. I'm not going to come back for a bit. I got some shit to take care of before I can come back on here again. I got some shit to take care of. I've had to prepare to potentially become homeless. I was pretending to be homeless on the street. I was literally laying down on the cardboard, the pavement, to see how that would have felt. Last week I did that. So, but a lot is going to happen, no doubt. Yeah, Tasha, go back and watch because I said some things. I pretty much was saying, though, if you're backed into a corner, you're either going to clam up and get afraid or you're going to fight. It's really what it comes down to. And I had my first rude awakening tonight, one of them. And the other night was too, but tonight I think might have even taken the cake. And I didn't even come face to face with anyone tonight, but my nerves were going. They were 100% going. I thought it was going to be like a Karate Kid scene. I really did, where I'd be fighting off all 3 people tonight. I was getting ready to throw some kicks. just in case. I didn't want to run into them in the hallway because I knew it would have turned into something right then and there. People like to test patience. I can never get away from it. I don't know how people train themselves to be calmer like this full time. I can't. At least not in certain situations. I can't. I gotta retaliate some way. It's always how I've been. You know? I have to see you as complete scum if I spit in your direction. You know? But nature's showing me what I'm capable of in an all out war situation. And maybe I'm not meant to calm down. Maybe I'm meant to get ready for war with people. With certain people that think they own things or run things. They can go anywhere and they think they can do whatever they want. I just don't know what to do. I'm figuring it out, but I don't know. I'll tell you something, the Donald Trump presidency didn't do a damn thing to get rid of these people. They need something harder than Donald Trump because Donald Trump didn't do shit. That's just the truth. Donald Trump didn't do shit, really. He didn't do a thing. He was just being a troll throughout his whole presidency. There's people who still love him, too. Really. Yeah, he was. Exactly. He was. No question about it, he was. He didn't have anyone's best interest. In fact, some of the people who made the Democrat Party shit followed him and they changed the face of the Republicans. You know, all these people who voted Democrat all these years were these same people downstairs right here. This is what I'm reminded. These people aren't Antifa that are below me. They're not Antifa. They might even be Trump supporting Puerto Ricans, for all I know. They could be. I never talk politics with anybody here, but it could be. I've met one who definitely was in the past. I thought he had a definite questionable character about him, and he was Puerto Rican. I mean, you know, they got some Hispanics in the Proud Boys too. They have them in those groups. Yes. Donald Trump, though, he didn't do a fucking thing. He was a joke since the very beginning. Anyone wants to argue me on that, go right ahead. But, you know, I just don't know how you can live like that. Even if you put your own music too loud, you can't hear yourself think. So how do you manage to do that? I don't. I don't know. Even your own music, you don't want to put way too loud. You won't even think. Let alone hearing someone else's crap that doesn't even sound like music. That's not music. That's boom, 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 boom. It's not even island music. It's not even reggae. That's right, because they're animals. They're not part of civilized society. That's it. Right. Yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah, well, there's even people who voted for Trump. They really didn't care for him, and they learned that they didn't care for him one term into his presidency. The Democrat Hispanics are shitty people. They're transphobic to the max, too. That's my biggest problem with a lot of them, Jody. There could be a hate crime being committed by them. But what the news media would not see coming is that I'm someone who identifies as trans, right? But I managed to fight a gang of people and win. What if a story like that hit the news? I'll probably be the first one. Like kind of to get a bull ring around someone and then they take out the whole bull ring, you know? Versus losing all the time when you hear of every trans fatality known to man that they get jumped, they got fucked up, they got murdered by Hispanics. What if we heard a story? A trans person takes on a bunch of cholos and beats them all. What if that ever hit the news? Think. They couldn't really, they'd have a very hard case on their hands if they tried to demonize me because I'm not a white male, number one. And I'm out of that spectrum. So they'd have a major tough case trying to do this or to even call me a racist for saying the things I say about Hispanics. They're going to have a very hard time with something like this. I'll tell you that the Hispanics can very easily look bad and be bad. But yet they're seen as the ones always being picked on by people. But they've easily turned into the people doing that now to others. So what used to be isn't the current. Maybe in the 80s it was different. But in the present day, with Latinos, it is not. Like we see cases like Stand and Deliver, Lou Diamond Phillips and all that. You see movies like that in the past. And hell, even Lou Diamond Phillips looks like a nice guy in that movie compared to what we got running around today. And Lou Diamond Phillips was like a cholo thug in that movie too. Or you got that other dude who was with them who I didn't care for too much. That friend of his. He had the short hair and like real bravado and all that. Maybe just stick it out there, relax a bit. Yeah, all right. Now, I'm not going to stick it out here. No, I got enough money to get out now. I'm going to do it. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be caught up in something. Even if I hurt one of them very bad, it could still be my ass. You know, it could still be my ass. Yeah, Ricky Valens. Well, yeah, exactly. He was Richie Valens, but he was also in Stand Deliver as kind of a cholo kind of guy in that movie. Stand Deliver. So I've watched movies like that with Latinos in it and all that. I used to watch those movies. Um, there was someone in a line in Columbia, South Carolina, who was Latino, and he was like saying he's from Miami, and he was kind of like doing a little touching, a little, like that kind of thing, just kind of like talking and can you like, hey man, yeah, I'm from Miami, I come from Miami. And then one black dude literally got, you were about to get fucked up in the Carolinas, fool. I like witnessed the fight like almost in line when I was in Columbia, South Carolina, between someone who happened to move from Miami, and it was like right near the hotel I was at. Happened to see that in the line. Fighting gets old. I know it does. I don't. But if I feel I'm left with no choice, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know? We're getting into those times very shortly where you might end up stabbing someone. You might end up kicking their ass very badly. You might even feel you might have to load a gun. depending on what you're up against. I've had some serious thoughts tonight about things, and I seem to be breaking records all the time. And yet I still manage to keep pushing through without an injury, without anything wrong with me yet. It's almost like I'm fighting in the Royal Rumble and I'm like in the last quarter of it, you know? It's almost like I'm still in this. Bombshell reloaded. Went live, I guess. But no, you will be tested. When you're out on these streets, you'll be tested. The way people drive, the way this happened tonight here, the way everything unfolded to where I thought I was going to be in a major thing tonight. I was literally trying to call the cops to defuse the situation. I was literally trying to not get involved in the fight. But they came, they saw, they said they didn't hear anything. So what are you to do? What are you to do in a case like that? You know? I mean, it was loud coming up here. Very loud. And they would try to spin the story to make me look like the bad one, but then with me identifying as trans, they would all of a sudden have a very hard time with that story. So I could fuck them up there too. The news reporters or something. Whoever covers these cases. With all that being said, I think I'm going to sign off unless someone else has anything to add. Hey, Joni, do you have anything to add? Do you, Tasha, you got anything to add? All right. I know I could. A lot of them are cowards. They got a gang up anyway. You know, they like to make it seem like they will. Here's one more thing I'm going to say. They like to make it seem like they're doing the jobs no Americans want to do, okay? But it turns out the greedy capitalists are paying them because the Mexicans make more money here than where they come from, you know? So that's an incentive for them to come here. They make more here, okay? It's not that they're working for pennies. In their world, they're not. They're moving up from where they live. They're moving up coming here. So they're not really working for pennies. It just seems like that for the American capitalist who's obsessed. We need to go back to a middle class based system where we have Americans doing these jobs again. We got to do something. It's just in crisis right now. It's in a terrible crisis. Until it gets better, expect all-out war on the streets. Expect fisticuffs. Expect whatever. And Portland's getting a taste of it right now. You look at their news, you hear a shooting every Friday night over there. They shoot. They don't even fight. They shoot. They always turn to shooting over there. In fact, I think more people in Florida are willing to fight than in Portland. I think they just pull out a gun in Portland and shoot you. Seems to be how they're doing business there lately. In apartment complexes and all that. hurts our economy when they work here, then why the money? Yeah, of course, it doesn't help us, Jody, and I'm glad that, I think deep down, there are more trans people who feel this way, really. I think there really are deep down. I don't think it's like we're not really all with the left, like everyone wants to make it seem like. Or like with the extreme left, anyway. But even in Michigan, illegals or everyone else, it's horrible, yeah. And if you got to somehow do it by challenging the already Hispanic areas, that's when people will get the message. When outsiders start coming in, I'm probably like, if more people came in like me, pretty pissed off at what they're seeing, it would really raise some heads. And what if it was actually all trans people coming in and seeing it and commenting on it, moving to a mostly Mexican area? Kind of like what happened with me. Kind of like what happened to me. I came, I saw, I observed, and I said my opinion on it. But it doesn't help the economy here. No, when they give it back to their fucking people. No, it absolutely doesn't. I'm so not on board with that. I don't buy this whole their hard work thing. They still came here for more money than they were getting there. Either way. So, all that being said, it is what it is, I guess. But now, Puerto Ricans want to be considered Americans, right? But I don't see that to be the case. I don't see that to be the case. Remember Queenie Cameron? She got driven off the internet. Who's Queenie Cameron again? That name sounds so familiar. Who's Queenie Cameron? Veronica who? Veronica Clark? Veronica K. Clark? Wait, is Veronica Sinead? I thought Veronica K. Clark was Sinead. Queenie Cameron's a white nationalist. Yeah, Queenie Cameron was in the. What community was she in? I remember the name. Veronica K. Clark. I forgot about her. Apparently, she's not that important. Queenie Cameron made videos about me. How about that Gazer guy? Remember Dazer? He called himself Gazer or something. I'd be surprised if Carlos Martinez doesn't know that Gazer guy. You know? He's like that gay Hispanic dude. He called himself Dazer, but some people called him Gazer or something. I remember that guy. I remember him. I'm OG. I remember these people. What Voices, Storm. Anyone remember that guy? Ran into him too. I've been in this place even in the off years when I wasn't in this community. There was that in between era between Boyd and between the old Boyd. And it was like the white nationalist era for me. That was between before Boyd and Boyd. It was like between, like 2012, 2011, 2012. Between old Boyd, like where I came from, the dark corner of YouTube, and then Boyd. 11, 12. There was like a dead period, but it was kind of, depending on what community you were in, the white nationalist community, it was pretty happening. She didn't hate me, did she? There was no evidence that they'd hated me, I don't think. I think she thought I was charismatic or something, from what I heard. I don't know. But I didn't really see too much evidence Sinead or Kyle Hunt hated me, though. Firestarter Media, Renegade Broadcast, and all that. I don't. I don't think there's any evidence of that. I don't know. And that was before the alt right too. That was before the alt-right came about. The era before the alt-right. It's funny because Boyd and the alt-right kind of came out at the same time. It's like 2015, 2016. Probably that funny. But you had that guy, Christopher Cantwell. Remember him? You had, what's his face there? Look at that. Well, in video debates, I think so. Yeah, he didn't want to debate me half the time. He would actually dismiss me as a Jew. He'd be like, "Get the hell out of here, Jew." He'd say in private, "Get lost, Jew." He told me in private. Like he used to make funny videos and supposed, yeah, I did. I remember that. He's not even doing much now. None of these people are doing anything now. It's funny how people still bring him up to me after all these years, though. You don't smoke $50. That would be an Atabay. Atabays are like $34, 34, $5. Atabay is very expensive. Atabay. See, there's seedy activity out there. Can't wait till later today. And I can start going on things. I hear a buzzing. Anyone hear that? It's off. It goes from that boombox. Rude people. Rude fucking people. Simple. None of them are Antifa. None of them. But they were more than likely the types who followed Trump to the Democrats. People think, oh, just because someone's voting Democrat now, Republican now, that excuses everything, right? Oh, there's other things people are doing. They're not always your friends. I hear that. You know anything else someone else is about to say here? I'm about to shut it off. I'm done. I don't want to talk anymore. Right, bye. No one's adding anything really.